What about the whole ethos of your website, if you like? Why it's there, um, what it should look like, where it should link to, should you be using social networking sites, all those things.
Yeah.
Do you need help with that side of things?
I would, I would say that you need knowledge, which you could get from a number of different places, which might be, somebody like me coming in and helping you get that knowledge. It might be just going out and finding that knowledge, because let's face it, most of it is probably on the internet anyway. But what you most need is really a very clear plan of what the site is, what you want it to do, and how people might use it. So one of the things, for instance, that a good web designer will bring to the table is an understanding of how people use websites, because that's something that most people kind of take for granted. They start, as a user, roughly how you expect a site to work, and you increasingly have developed or will have developed a kind of sense of what the conventions are. So that idea of clicking on a logo takes you back to a site's homepage, for example. Those are the kind of pieces of information that interface design for websites is all about being based on. It's about understanding how people interact with a website. And so a designer will bring that in and will help to make sure that the flow of the user's journey through the site makes sense from a user perspective. So the idea that you start on a homepage and then you have a number of different options for where you might go next, what kind of information you might be looking for, the different ways people use to get to the information. Some people like to use a search within a site. Some people like to use navigation. Some people like to have key information kind of signposted to them, kind of feature areas on a homepage that will say, click here to go directly to our product catalogue, for example, that kind of thing. So different people use sites in different ways, and good design will take account of the ways that people might use the site, and also what kind of people might use the site. Your users will be different than another site's users because they'll be looking for different kinds of information. They might come from different perspectives. They might be from a different business sector. They might generally be of different ages, have different levels of understanding of technology. There's lots of different things that knowing who your audience is can help bring to bear in the way that the site is designed and work. So all of that feeds into a plan, and that then can help generate the way the site looks, the way the site works, what kind of interactivity you might think about adding in, what are the ways in which people might want to get the information that you're providing to them, and the ways that they might want to then take the next step. Because half the battle is going to be getting them, if you're not selling online, is going to be getting them to look at the website and pick up the phone or send an email or in some way get in touch so that they can then do business with you. Making sure that the site helps them do that rather than hinders them do that is what good interface design is all about, and what a good web design should help people to do. So yeah, there is something to be said for bringing that level of knowledge into the way you approach the site right from the outset, so that you're not just building a bunch of template pages that don't really, reflect the way people might want to view your content or link from one piece of content to another and experience the site and experience the brand through the site.